Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy.
Alright, welcome to the channel, Nature's Reality 360, where we bring you the reality of nature. Today is Friday, October 27th, and we're talking poop. Poop, that's right. I know, it's a nasty topic, but it's nature, and now it's negatively affecting nature, and that's when I step in. So let's jump right into it. Of course, if we're talking turds, we're talking California, right? Sorry, hope I don't offend anyone with that, but this has been an ongoing thing for years now. You may have heard of it in the past, but now we have some new threats coming and some new fears, so we're going to discuss that right now. So apparently back in January of this year, some of the storms had destroyed the sewer pipes. And then in March, they had more rainfall, excess rain, and it overflowed in Mocolumne, San Joaquin, and the Sacramento rivers overflowed, and 2 to 3 million gallons of wastewater flowed into the communities. All right. And now they're saying because El Nino is here, okay, El Nino is like a weather pattern that comes and goes over the years, and it brings excess amounts of rainwater. So they're saying because El Nino's coming and it's El Nino now, they're worried this winter may overflow the sewage system once again. So it's funny too. You really got to be careful with these articles because I'm learning myself. They just contradict themselves in the same article. In this article, they contradict themselves. And I'm going to show you that. And that's why you got to do extensive research usually. So look, this is supposed to be a trustworthy source. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the NOAA. I mentioned them in my news story 2 days ago. If you saw that, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, be sure to go check out that video. I think you'll like it. But they're the experts, right? They're the ones who we go to get this information. And they're saying La Nina was the weather pattern we just went through. Okay, and that's supposed to be less rain. But at the same time, they're saying the pipes are ruined because all the excess rain in January and March. So we have a problem because of excess rain, but we're also worried because the season of excess rain is coming. So that means we just left the season that doesn't have excess rain, but yet we had excess rain that caused the problem. That's going to get worse because the excess rain season is coming. You see what I'm talking about? Confusing. So let's see what they have to say at the mainstream media, the guys we're supposed to go to for the answers to all this stuff.
California Coastal Commission, and leaders took it as a chance to make their voices heard on the urgent need to fix the transboundary sewage flow that's resulted in more than 600 days of beach closure just in Imperial Beach alone. As we know, this has impacted access to the beach, and people have been sick from this sewage contamination. Now, there is a state of emergency in Imperial Beach, and now citizens and leaders hope this brings a need for an emergency declaration in the state and the nation as well, which would spark federal funding to help get this situation solved. Imperial Beach Mayor Paloma Aguirre says she's glad.
Federal funding, you hear that, guys? They want you to pay for it. They want me to pay for it. They want us to pay to clean up their state. And you might think, well, they're Americans, we should help them. How big of a problem could it be, right? Well, if you haven't seen this, buckle up. So this is the poop map, okay? San Francisco has a poop map. They get a lot of tourism because it used to be a beautiful city, one of the best cities. Some would say the most beautiful city in America. But this is what it looks like now. So you get a brochure when you go to San Francisco of a poop map. So you can avoid walking over the human excrement that's all over. Now, it could be exaggerated. We don't know. Maybe somebody's messing around with us and, doing a bit. But like, look at this. I mean, they're endless. Look at these. So there is truth to it, right? 100%. There you go. That's real. That's a real picture. So we know that's not fake, okay? And we know because they're actually employing people to clean this up, and we're going to close with that. First, I just want to show you. So they're saying 50% of the streets in the key commercial areas, that's where all these huge tech billionaire companies, multi-billion-dollar companies, Google, Facebook, Tesla, X, Twitter, all of them. This is where they're at in California. Okay, multi-billion-dollar companies. We all see them on TikTok. Oh, I'm at work. I work at Google. It's fun. We just like play games and eat all the time. And it's like, oh, mocha lattes and basketballs. And, you know, it looks like they're just having a party over there. But then when they walk out of the big fancy Google building, there's like homeless people and needles and human excrement all over the place. You know, and it really reminds me of like this dystopian two-tier system of the mega rich and the mega poor and no one in between. So, you know, it really gets me thinking. But here we go. This guy's name is Dave Rubin. You may have heard of him. He's going to drop a S-bomb. There's your warning. Sorry about that. But that's the state of this place. So this guy, some people say, oh, he's a far-right conservative person. Then others say he's a far-left Democrat person. All I know is he's a gay man who's married to another man, and they adopted a baby, but they also support Donald Trump. So, you know, to me, that means he's pretty level-headed, right? He doesn't just blindly go one way or the other based on whatever team he thinks he supports. He's just a level-headed guy. So let's see what he has to say. He's like a California dude, okay? He was like Democrat, staunch Democrat his whole life. He's totally a California guy, okay? He loves California. Watch what he says about it.
So I'm here in San Francisco where everyone is either doing drugs or looking to get drugs. There's virtually nobody on the streets. This is an unbelievable dystopian nightmare here. Like, I just had dinner at a pretty decent restaurant, Mastro's Steakhouse, so I'm not in a shitty part of town. But this place is absolutely disgusting, and everyone who voted for the people that run this place, everyone who has anything to do with it should be ashamed and embarrassed and step down. There's homeless people and drug people everywhere. There's nothing going on. Here, let me just try to find a human. I'm just going to walk for a little bit.
Try to find a human, he says.
There's two people in masks coming up this way. Let's see, I've seen more people smoking crack today than last time I was here, because that's the last time I saw someone smoke crack. There's just no humans. There's no life.
No humans.
It's everything is closed and boarded up. Well, here's a store. Actually, this looks like a store. That's exciting. It's just an unbelievable shithole.
This is the nice part of town, by the way.
Anyway, hope you're having a great night. Hopefully, I don't get killed.
Hopefully I don't get killed, he says. Okay? So that's the state of San Francisco. That's the state of California. And it's now affecting the environment. And I don't like that kind of stuff. And that's why I'm reporting on it. So I do try to find something positive in these stories. So the one positive thing is they're creating jobs because of all the poop. Okay? You can make $185,000 a year cleaning up poop. I don't know how much you make, but I don't make anything doing this. I'm actually losing money doing this, okay? Maybe I should start cleaning up poop, move to California, because they get about 80 grand a year in pay and like 113 grand in benefits. Absolutely ridiculous. The city set aside about $1 million to clean up all the poop. That's their solution, is to take your money that you work for. And remember, they did say they want federal funding. So that's going to be your money that you work for to pay these people. Do you make 80 grand a year? Because they want to take money out of your paycheck so they can pay these guys 80 grand a year to clean up poop. Okay, they've had 14,500 calls to their 311 non-emergency line about poop in the street. But my question is this even providing Americans jobs? I don't know. I don't want to make any kinds of assumptions, but that's something we need to look into next. Who's getting hired for these jobs exactly? If it's providing jobs for good, honest, hardworking Americans, great. Okay, and that can be an array of different people, but we just want to make sure everything's legitimate, and we really need to start looking into this stuff, guys, because the country is getting covered in feces at this point. California was the greatest state, the most beautiful state this country has, and it's now becoming Turd City. Okay, we have to do something about this. Let me know what you think down in the comments. What can we do? Should we not do anything? Should we let them get just like overtaken by poop? Do you think it's just their problem and not our problem? How do you feel about federal funding and some of your money going to fix this problem? And, these are the types of stories that you're not going to hear on the mainstream media. They're not going to tell you this kind of stuff, guys. I'm not saying this just because I'm doing it, but I'm letting you know, if you want to know the truth about what's going on in the world and your country, you really need to come to YouTube or some platform like this and find a guy like me who's just like a regular person who stands to gain nothing from this and is just doing the research and finding the parts of the stories that they won't even mention, or the stories that they won't even mention. So yeah, that's my rant for today. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too long. I'm still learning. Please bear with me. I just found out my camera settings were all messed up, so my lighting was all bad on every video I did before this, but I'm working on it. I'm learning this tech stuff. I hope you can bear with me. I hope you're enjoying it. Let me know down in the comments if you're not. Please, I take constructive criticism. Please, I want to do this long term. I want to bring this information to the people. Let me know what I can do to improve it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tune in tomorrow for some more fun content on Nature's Reality 360. We're signing out for now, but we'll catch you on the next one. All right, later.